right, guys, setting up new property today and tomorrow, and this first property that we're on, we are in the back of the corner of this field. There's some taller grass in here. The farmer does not have any more cows in here. As you can see, there's some trees and taller grass. It's probably 8 or 10 inches high, which is good for all kinds of rodents and rats and all kinds of critters. There's part of a 2-track that you can just barely see that runs down through there to the other side. This is just a small little, I think this is like a 20-acre little corner here. But it's a kind of a finger to the rest of the land, which is right over here, which is like 200 and some acres. And so we have this fence line coming together. We have 4 basically fence lines coming together here is what we have. And we have this gate that's pretty much just left open where Athena is standing at. So you have all these fence lines that's coming together. You got 1, 2, 3 fields, and then this wooded area that is not part of this property that belongs to the neighbors. So you have all of this stuff that's coming together right here in this corner. And there's scat here and there's sign here. So it's a good spot in this corner. So we put 2 traps here. We put one right here, which is just a standard dirt hole, deep hole. We put Dunlap's predator bait, some bounty hunter, and some bobcat urine on this particular set. Just stereotypical stuff that we do, kind of just off of this 2-track. There's some scat right over there, and just a few feet away from this corner. And then if we go through this gate where Athena is, and there's coyote tracks in this mud here in this corner as they're coming through here. So we'll go over here, kind of where I got the truck at. You can see the 2-track goes through here, comes through the top of this field. And here again, we've got all these fences coming together right here in this corner. Everything's coming together right here in this corner. And we put a big dirt hole here. This one is even bigger and more pronounced, kind of a step down, kind of a mini RJ, kind of, not a full RJ, kind of a mini RJ, big deep hole. And on this one, I put some Dunlap's Rage down in the hole. I put some Positive Attraction from Ed Snyder, some Red Fox urine, and I put some pen scrapings, coyote pen scrapings that I'm testing out down into the hole as well. And that's it. And you can literally see that we are, I don't know, 2 feet, 2 feet probably, off of the 2-track that runs across the top of this hill, that runs through this corner. And then again, you got 4 different corners that all come together right here. So this is a good spot for coyotes, and there's coon trails running along this corner as well. So I mean, every critter is running through this little corner. So hopefully we're going to catch some critters here. Hi guys, I'm in the middle of a big old hay field. This is kind of a little bit different kind of property than what I normally end up trapping. But where we are is we're back in this corner here, and there's 4 fences that come together right here in this corner. And you can see there's a bit of an edge here where there's some brambles and some buckbrush and some tall sage grass and these cedar trees and stuff. And here's some old trees that are kind of laying down over here in this corner. And you can see that all around this edge is tall grass, which is good hunting spots for canines and whatever. So of course I let Athena out. Athena started running around, and right over here you can see there's a game trail that runs right underneath that fence. That fence, the bottom wire of that fence is broke, so it's about 2.5, maybe 3 feet tall underneath there. There's only 2 strands of barbed wire left in this fence. The bottom part is gone. So the critters are just using that as a go-between this field and the next field. And you can see that there's this trail here. So right here on this edge, Athena comes over, starts doing her job, which is to find stuff. And she finds some scat, which is this scat right here and right here. So what I did is I just literally, and it was like laying right there. Hey, get off there. It was just laying like right there. And so all I did was punch in a dirt hole right here. Use the scat that was found here. And that's it. It's a big old deep dirt hole. And I put some Predator Bait Plus from Cave-Ins. I put some Canine Force from Cave-Ins. And I put some Red Fox urine on this. And then I use this scat, and that's it. It's all I'll use. Didn't even use any wool on this one. Just trying to mix it up a little bit, do different things, and that's it. So you can see my set is kind of right on the edge on this corner. It's kind of out in the open a little bit, but it's pretty close to the edge, and it's pretty close to where that game trail is and where everything's going underneath that. And the reason I did it this way is a couple different reasons. Number one, I didn't want to get it up in there because, in my opinion, coyotes don't like that. They like stuff that's a little bit more open. Plus, I'm near this game trail, but not right up near it. And I'm right where the scat was. The coyotes are going to tell you where they are. So you set on sign, you put the dirt hole in right here. I'm near this corner. I'm near everywhere that I need to be. This set should produce, unless something freaky happens. So we'll see what happens. Okay guys, so we're on another new place we've not set up this year. We have set up this place in the past a couple years ago. So we're back here today, and where we are is we're in this bottom, and you can see there's woods on both sides, tons of brush and thick stuff over in here, and lots of dozer decks of brush and stuff. So there's tons of places for prey to hide. And there's a 2-track that runs across the little creek. The creek runs right through there, across the little creek, goes down there to the end of the field, and then takes a left and goes up through the brush for a ways back toward the landowner's house. But this little 2-track that runs along this bottom crosses the creek. It's got all this brush and stuff. And then right here is a big old, what's left of an old food plot from the fall. And it's really tall. It's like 4 or 5 feet tall. And you can see there's a bunch of grass growing in here. And he's got this blocked off so the cows can't get in here. It's basically just for deer hunting. And there's this 2-track that runs right along the side here. And then you can see there's a big dozer deck right here. And it keeps on running up through this little field. You can see all the tall sage grass that's running down through here. And then right down here at the end, I mean, this is basically a stereotypical coyote location with all, I mean, you can see how tall this stuff is right in here. It's full of birds and probably mice and rats and all that kind of stuff. And then right here is a 3-way intersection. You got a 2-track that's going up the hill there with that tall grass, and all that sage grass is like 2 feet tall on each side. So you got that going up to the top. You got this really thick fence row right here. That land on the other side of the fence is someone else's. I don't have permission to trap over there. And then you can see you got this big food plot here, and the 2-track crosses the creek right there. And then it starts up the woods and goes back toward the landowner's house. So you got this 3-way intersection right here, all this thick brush, and there is coyote scat everywhere in here. So probably what we're going to do is put 3 sets in here, one down there on the end where the food plot starts and the 2-track is, one right here probably in this intersection, and then one right down there kind of where Athena is before it gets to the creek. And then we'll have this area pretty covered. There's also quite a few coon trails along this this really thick fence row right here. So it might even stick a DP. Like you can see, here's one right here that Athena's on. You can see where the coon trail, Athena's following it. The coon trail just goes right there and goes up underneath the fence into that open field, just where Athena went to. Might even stick a couple of the DPs in here just to try to protect our canine sets and see what we can do. So we're gonna get busy and put like a triple in here and see how it goes. All right, we're still setting up sets, and where we are now is we're on the top of this hill. See, here's where we are on this big field. There's a 2-track right here that goes down. You can see there's a electric wire there. On the other side of that is a food plot with a nice edge. We're going to put a trap right there. And then right here we got an outside corner that goes down on this 2-track, and then there's a fence that comes along right here, and you can see there's another faint 2-track along here. So we basically got 4 2-tracks. 1, 2, 3, and 4 with all this tall grass, a fence here, outside corner here. I mean, this is a perfect coyote spot. So we put in a dirt hole right here against the sage grass, big deep dirt hole, and kind of made it big and flashy. Put a trap in there, predator bait plus, some Violator 7 and some red fox urine is what we're using. And then like I said, we're going to put another trap right down there. And I'm kicking around even putting a trap right over there, just because this spot is so good.